Hey guys, Puneet here from Coach. This is video number 5 of step 1 of the advanced chord series. In today's video, we are going to be studying something called as the composite minor scale. And in the previous videos, we have covered the major scale, natural minor scale, harmonic minor and melodic minor scale and the chords derived from them. So just before we get into the lesson, I would request you to check out my other guitar lessons as well. I'm providing a link in the description below. If you like what you see, do share and subscribe. Also, if you wish to support me and you feel that I've helped you in your guitar journey, please do stream or download my original music. I'm providing links in the description. Do check it out and please feel free to give me your feedback. I would really appreciate it. So coming to the main topic of today, which is the composite minor scale. So as we've studied, we have 3 minor scales. And in real life, that is in songs, what is used is basically this composite minor scale, which is a term that I myself have come up with. It's not an official term as such. So what happens here is that from the 3 scales we have different chord options for each chord, and we have to know which ones are the commonly used ones and what are our options, which chords we have to think of when the normal chords are not fitting into a song. So again, we're going to be working in the A minor key, and the first chord of that in the natural minor is an A minor 7, and in the harmonic minor as well as the melodic minor, it's the A minor major 7 chord. So in songs, the most commonly used chord will be an A minor 7. Okay, but in a few songs and in a lot of background scores, they do use the minor major 7. So that's completely up to you. But in most of the jazz standards and other typical songs that you will learn, any pop songs or any jazz songs, they will usually start with a minor 7 if it's in a minor key. Then the next chord is a B half diminished. This is from the natural minor scale and the harmonic minor scale, but in the melodic minor scale we have a B minor 7. And the more commonly used option out of the two is the B half diminished. B minor 7 is not very commonly used in the context of an A minor key. So the preferred 2 chord would be a half diminished or a minor 7 flat 5. Then coming to the 3 chord, which is a major 7 in a natural minor scale, that is a C major 7. And in the other 2 scales, that is the harmonic minor and the melodic minor, we get a augmented chord, a C augmented or a C major 7 sharp 5. So here it's more common to use the triad rather than the altered, that sharp 5 chord. So we use either a augmented chord or a major 7 as well. So the preferred chord for me would still be a major 7, and the second option would be an augmented triad. This is a C augmented triad. Then moving on to the next chord, which is a D minor 7. This chord comes from the natural minor scale as well as the harmonic minor scale. But in a melodic minor scale, you get a D7, D dominant chord. So in practical music, in most of the songs, they use both these chords. Then going to the next chord, which is an E, which is an E minor 7 in a natural minor scale, and an E7 from both the melodic as well as the harmonic minor keys. So as I had told you, the main point of these scales is to give a dominant 5. So in most of the songs you will hear this chord being used as a dominant. Rarely you will find a minor 7 chord, but it is found. So again, first option would be a dominant 7 and the second option would be a E minor 7. Moving on to the next chord, we have an F major 7, which is formed from the natural minor as well as the harmonic minor, and an F sharp half diminished, which we had studied over here, the same chord. This again, both these options are very commonly used, and we use this in fact as a chromatic run. So we go like F major 7, then we go to F sharp half diminished, and then to the next chord. So both these options are first options for me. I in fact, for my personal taste, is more towards this chord. Creates a lot more tension and I really enjoy the sound of this. So that's up to you, but you can use both of them, and both these chords are commonly used in actual songs. Then going on to the next chord, which is a G7 in a natural minor scale, and in the harmonic minor as well as the melodic minor scales, we have G sharp diminished. 7th chord. This is a G sharp full diminished, or also known as a G sharp diminished 7th chord. So again here both these chords are used. You can use a G7 or even a plain G major. Actually the G major is more common than a G7, and one more very commonly used extension is a G6, but we'll be coming to the 6th, 9th, 11th and 13th in the next step. For now, just remember we can use a G, a G7 or even a G sharp diminished. For my personal taste, I prefer the G sharp diminished as it adds a lot more tension, and then you go back to the root, which is the A-7. So a quick summary of this would be that in the composite minor scale that I would play, how I would think of it is the first chord for me would be a -7, second chord is a -7 flat 5, third chord is a major 7 or an augmented, the fourth chord is a -7 or a dominant 7, the fifth chord would ideally be a dominant chord, sixth chord could be a major 7 or a sharp 6, that is the F sharp, would become a half diminished. Then the next chord would be a G major or a G7 or a G sharp diminished. All three options are very commonly used, and then the last chord is a -7. So this is what is known as the composite minor scale. So I hope you've understood this idea that I'm trying to teach you, and if you have, do move on to the next video.